Hello everyone, and welcome to the Best of Things. Here's another essay video that we've made, where we'll be discussing selected topics that have shaped history and pop culture as we know it. And for this video, we're going to be featuring one of the Philippines' well-known revolutionary figures. He is known as the founder of the Katipunan, the Supremo, and the father of the Philippine Revolution. He is Andres Bonifacio. Born on November 30, 1863, Andres Bonifacio was the eldest of 6 children of Catalina and Santiago, who was a mayor in the city of Tondo. Unable to finish education, Bonifacio enriched his natural intelligence by reading books about the French Revolution, biographies of the presidents of the United States, and even José Rizal's Touch Me Not, and the filibuster, which would start his eventual activism. He was also one of the co-founding members of Rizal's La Liga Filipina, an organization which called for political reforms in Spain's colonial government of the Philippines. But the League was disbanded when Rizal was unjustly arrested and deported to Mindanao, which led him to establish his own revolutionary group, the Katipunan, also known as the highest and most respected society of the nation's children. The Katipunan movement spread throughout Luzon, then in the Visayas, and even as far as Mindanao, which prompted the Spanish authorities to take action against their growing insurrection. Eluding an intensive manhunt, Bonifacio called thousands of Katipunan members to a mass gathering in Caloocan, where they decided to start their uprising, by tearing down their public identification documents, signaling the beginning of their revolution against Spain. From their first attack at San Juan del Monte, the revolt had spread to the surrounding provinces of Bulacan, Morong, and Cavite. While Manila and its surrounding municipalities bore the brunt of the Spanish military campaign, Cavite won the revolt, and the Spanish authorities fell from the hands of the 2 Katipunan factions in the region. After the death of Rizal, Bonifacio became the overall leader of the revolution, and has often visited the province of Cavite to unify the 2 factions of the Katipunan. One of which was Emilio Aguinaldo of the Magdalo chapter, who has clashed with Bonifacio's ideals and organizational structure of rank and leadership. In order to unify the whole revolutionary front, both factions held the first presidential election in Tejero, Cavite. This gave Aguinaldo the home court victory of becoming the first president of the Philippine Republic, and Bonifacio was just elected as the interior director. But his election, however, was questioned by a heckler with regards to his credibility and educational attainment, in which he was eventually replaced. The aftermath of the election led him to defect from the newly organized Philippine Republic, and decides to form his own revolutionary faction. Unfortunately, he and his brother Procopio were arrested by the president's men, while his wife Gregoria was being violated, and his other brother Ciriaco was killed. Despite insufficient evidence and bias from the court, he and his brother were sentenced to death on the charges of treason and conspiracy to murder against the president. He and his brother were executed at the mountains of Maragondon on May 10 of 1897, leaving a grim reputation of becoming the first Filipino revolutionary, who was unjustly tried and executed by its own Philippine government. Some historians claim that Bonifacio is the first true president of the country and national hero than José Rizal, who was merely recommended by the ruling United States, as Bonifacio is viewed as too radical, whose ideals could inspire resistance and rebellion against a working government. Be that as it may, Andres Bonifacio's reputation as the country's revolutionary figure is legendary. His vision and initial blueprints for the nation's future is unmatched, and his love and liberation for his country is unquestionable. And his name and echoes of revolution still lives on. Through the youth, the social activists, and its future leaders, fighting for the same ideals that he started for the country. I'm glad you all enjoyed this video essay that we made. Make sure to like or comment and subscribe to our channel, and we hope to see you all again.